Hey guys, welcome back. I did all I could with the sorry, something stuck. E-clip. I did all I could with the Arabian PCB. I'm going to send it out to Jeff, who does all the MCR board repairs, when he gets back in town in a couple weeks. I just asked him, I was like, can I just send it to you? He's like, sure. So he's going to go through it and see what the heck is going on with it. I'm not sure. It's a scrambled screen. It does change from time to time. The 4 sockets that I replaced, he said, were the program chips to run the program. But he said it could be maybe it's not getting signal from the Z80 or something. He's not sure. But anyways, I'm going to send it off to him, because now it's at that point where I don't have the equipment to do any of that, nor do I really have the knowledge to be able to do that. Maybe in the future, who knows. But I do have another k7000 here that has a TV tube that I took out of one of those TVs, and I couldn't get this to work. I was working on it off camera, and it was putting out no, I was getting no B+, no voltage coming to here, okay? So I narrowed it down to, it has to be this guy right in here. I forget what they call that. But parts finally showed up from Arcade Parts and Repair. I ordered them maybe Friday last week. So let's open this up, make sure that this is what these are the parts that came. Got to make sure that there's nothing in the plastic. I made that mistake once. Then I had to dig through the garbage to find it. Okay, I ordered some fuses and for these guys. I forget what these are called. Damn it. I can't think of what they're called. I'll look it up. You just gotta give me a little bit. But I was out of some 3-amp fuses and stuff. Oh, diode. I needed a diode too. There was I don't know if it was on this one or something else had a burned out diode. That might be on the one out in the shop, maybe? I don't know. I forget. Why did I order diodes? There's a reason. I know I stole a diode from something. I don't think it was from this one. I think it was from the one out in the shop, but it could be mistaken. No, you know what? Maybe it was from this one. I'm not sure. There is a diode in the shutdown, the B+, the shutdown circuit. Maybe there's a, yep, here it is. Okay, so here's another, what the hell? Don't mind my mess, guys. So, oh boy, the hell is that? It's a leg to my tripod. It's a foot. I stole a diode out of this board. Right here. D5. So I got to put that diode in here. And I want to get this board up and running too. I don't know that I have. This is the one that has the bad area where the width coil goes. But yeah, I want to get this one working. I don't know that I have a tube for it. Or maybe I have a tube and I might not have a yoke. I'll have to look around. But anyways, I need to pull out. This has no energy to it. It's dead. Never even put out voltage. And it's been off since last Friday. I had to make my own wire ends because I didn't have a plug that went from this yoke to this. I was out of plugs, so I made my own, and I used heat shrink, so I knew what order, what colors they were: red, blue, green, and yellow. That's the order that they go in. So we're going to replace this STR 3123. because it has, let's actually check it against a new one. I ordered 3 of them. You know, they're like $10 a piece, but you know, you got to pay for shipping, so you got to make it worth your while. Usually I like to do bigger orders, but I'm going to be checking this one in circuit and the other one out, but I don't think it really matters. So I believe what the problem was is, I believe ground goes on this pin right here. Maybe I'm backwards. Is the camera even looking at what I'm doing? All right. Let me look at it in here. Okay, so the first pin, I have my ground on it, and I come up with 0.531. The next pin, which is the third pin, I come up with 0.616, and then the fourth pin is beeping. Okay, so I'm pretty positive that is shorted out. I don't think I can check this, or can I? Yes, I can. I should be able to. Maybe not. Maybe it's got to be in circuit. Yeah, let's just put it in circuit and see what it does. So I know that the first pin and the last pin are beeping, and I don't think that's correct. I thought I tested it on, maybe I tested it on another monitor. I don't remember. Might have the wrong tip on here. Ooh, it might just fit. So basically, I'm waiting on the Arabian PCB to get fixed. Still don't have a monitor for Space Duel. The PCB for Space Firebird is at Mike's Arcade. And that's pretty much it right now as far as what's down here. So I guess I'm going to start on a couple new projects, which I'm going to make a short video on that. But I'm probably going to start on the Tempest, the cabinet, because it's out in the shop, and I don't want it to get any worse, and I want to just get it fixed and get it in the basement, and I have all the parts to put that together. So right down to the monitor. So I have the 6100 monitor all rebuilt. Everything should be ready to go. The PCB works, and the power supply works. So everything should be ready. Now, can I compare these two while it's out? I don't remember how I determined it was bad. This is the old one, that's the new one. I forget what I did. I just know that those outer two are beeping. This is the new one. And the outer two are not beeping. It's actually coming up with a 0.672. I'm going to swap my two here just out of curiosity. Okay, these two are not giving off a reading, but the outer one is. And it's clearly not beeping, so I'm pretty positive this is shorted out. Yeah, it's got to be. I'm going to just throw that in the garbage now so I don't get it confused with the other ones that I have. Put this in, and then we can get this thing powered up and see if we have B+ voltage at our ceramic resistor there, or whatever you want to call that guy. Got to make sure you put your plastic on here between your metal mount and this. You could put some paste on there too if you want. I don't know if it really matters. And I think the one on the floor, I think this is bad in that one too. Because that was another chassis that was not working. And that's why I was robbing parts off it at the time, because I wanted to fix other monitors. And I knew that that chassis was not working. Be nice to get this tube swap working. Has the TV yoke on it. I want to do a yoke reading on this because I want to see what this ends up being, the width of it. And I've already lost the nut. How does that even happen? How did I even lose a nut? Sucks because the concrete down here is gray, the floor, and I lose a silver nut and I can't freaking see it. I got another one over here that might fit. Okay. Once again, always tighten your components down before you solder them, because if you tighten it down first or after you solder it, you run the risk of breaking your solder joint, especially if you have to tweak it because it's not in the correct spot. So I'm just going to hit this real quick. Maybe. If I can hold it. All right. Now that it's in circuit, first pin is 0.525. Actually, the second pin. Third pin is 0.765. Fourth pin, no beeping, and we have 0.194. I want to check the yoke. The red and blue is what I'm after, I think, is more important for me. Oh, it's on the wrong setting. Okay, so we have red and blue. It's actually a little high. 3.4, 3.3. And the green and yellow. 14.4. I'm going to look that chart up real quick. Okay. Yes, this yoke should be pretty much ideal for this chassis. Now, Dell from Delusional sent me the readings, and I saved them on my phone. I think it says 3.4 is where you want to be with the blue and red, and we're at 3.3, 3.2. Now, I did do a yoke, or I did do a K7000 on a yoke that the red and blue were only reading 1.9, and it worked, but the screen was really narrow. Wasn't very wide, and I think that's why I had to put the smallest width cap in there, because of the yoke readings of the red and blue. And then the yellow and green should be 15 max, is what he said, and we're at 14.3, 14.2. So this, in theory, should be the ideal chassis for this yoke. So if everything works correctly, it should fire up, and we should be able to adjust it to fit this size, or be able to fit this tube without having to switch out that width cap. Red, blue, green, yellow. These actually worked really nice. So what I used was the multicolored shrink wrap, but I used pins, 193 Molex pins, female pins, and I put them on the wire and then shrink wrapped them. And I did the same thing with the degauss coil, and those are also wrapped in black. So it worked out really nice. They plug in and they're nice and snug. I'm gonna get this thing mounted in here. Barely fits in here with this style frame that I have it on. And I had some screws laying around last week, but I've been working on other things, so they're probably no longer around. Here's one. That poker machine, I turned it into a 60-in-1. And I sold it to actually my first boss I ever had as a kid. When I was 13 years old, I worked in a restaurant and I was washing dishes, and he was my first boss ever. And he bought it. He just wanted to be able to play old games and didn't really care what the cabinet looked like, and it worked out nice. I actually saw him today. I dropped it off early this morning. I haven't seen him in a long time. He messaged me on Facebook about it. I need 2 more screws here. So it worked out well. We got a 60-in-1, and I got rid of some parts and junk I had laying around. I still have one more poker cabinet. I had it for sale for $50, just the empty cabinet. But I ordered another 60-in-1 board. I'll just make it another 60-in-1 with a flat screen and sell it off. It's nice. I didn't want to, the cabinets were not in real bad shape, so I didn't want to like throw them away or burn them. Just figured it'd be nice to do something with them. There's nothing wrong with a 60-in-1, especially if you're just looking for a little bit of nostalgia. You don't want to spend a bunch of money. I know the hardcore gamers are like, oh, the games don't play like they should. They're fine. Do you really think people remember? Most people don't even remember what they played like, so it didn't really matter. Or the sounds are a little off. It's fine. Okay. We're mounted. Plug our anode cup back in. This is a new flyback. I did switch the flyback out. Just going to twist this together for now. So our yoke's hooked up, our degauss, our neck board's on, our anode cup is on. And power it on and see if we have voltage. Sounds like we do. There it is, 122.8. Didn't have that the other day. Okay, good. So we have power. So we're going to rotate this thing around. We're going to hook it up to my Game Elf. Turn off my solder gun and my desolder gun. Plug in the Game Elf. Spin this around. See if we can see what kind of image this looks like. Look at The Simpsons again. I'll move the camera here in a second. Let me just get this somewhere where I can have the cord reach. What's going on here? Okay, turn this light off. I gotta clean this freaking room. It's a disaster in here. I get to fixing stuff and I just start. Move out of the way. Sorry, make you guys throw up from the camera wiggling. All right, powered on. Oh boy, that looks perfect. Brightness is cranked through the roof. Oh, you know what? It's a new flyback. Focus is way off. We're missing green. There's no green. No. Does that mean I have a bad transistor on the neck board? Really? Man. Well, we'll have to address that next. Contrast is up way too freaking high. You'll know when the contrast is up too high is because all your colors will just start bleeding. Our width is definitely not wide enough. I thought for sure it would be. Don't know that, you know what, is green missing or is it just turned down? I think the green transistor's out. It's all bent to hell and back. Oh, look at that. It's the neck board. Or it's the transistor. Let me touch the transistor. It's a transistor. All right, let me power this down for a second. Actually, yeah, just be careful. The transistor is all twisted up and stuff. Might have a cold solder joint on it. There's my green. Okay, so I might just have to address that. That's not a big deal. Need to see if I can spin that width coil. We'll worry about the other adjustments afterwards. What the hell's that? It's plastic. It's not even metal. Width coil's shit. Width coil's shitty. I don't have a right size. Yeah, I don't not liking that width coil. I'm gonna have to probably check the solder joints on it. A little finicky. All right, width coil spinning. Now I don't remember if you go down or up. And the width coil's falling apart. Well, I guess I'm putting a width cap in it because the width coil's shit. And I'm not spending $45 on another width coil. We'll just put a bigger cap in it. Vertical size, I know we can go up with that. Position. Man, that looks freaking good. Love using a TV tube. God, does that color is just awesome. See how we got a little bit of the top is going weird? That's usually the vertical hold usually seems to do that, or sometimes the vertical position will do it. But there, see, I fixed the vertical hold. I just moved it a little bit and it straightens out the top of that screen, and now we can position this in the center. But obviously we need to go wider. We're pretty wide, okay? We're not far off. But like if the width coil would move, I think we would be just fine. But like I said, they're $45, $50 for a width coil, and I just don't see it's worth it. I don't usually mess with the width coil very much unless I'm setting up the monitor for the first time. Once it's set up, you usually don't have to mess with it. So we're just going to go ahead and swap out the width cap again, because I'm not dealing with, like I said, spending another $50 on something that I don't need to waste money on. Because to me, I don't really have a reason to need to change it out. Convergence and everything looks freaking awesome. All right, so I need to power it down, and I got to find my screwdriver so that I can take the anode cup off, but I don't know where the hell that's at. All right, let me pause and find my screwdriver. Okay, now we can take off the anode cup. Oh, the part I replaced, I remember now, the STR 3123 on a K7000 is your voltage regulator. For some reason, I just could not think of what the hell it was called. So we're going to try to change that width cap without taking the chassis off of the frame, because there's a space in there, because this frame is a frame for a 4600. So I'm going to take this wire here and twist it around my metal, and we're going to go in here and pull this anode cup. Okay, now we got that done. That's discharged. I'm going to try to just spin this around. While it's off and discharged, I want to take a look at the solder joint on that green transistor on the neck board. Green transistor is this guy right here, and it looks fine. Magnifying glass. That's what happens when you get old. It looks fine. I think maybe it was pretty twisted up. So I'm wondering if maybe the two legs were touching each other and was shorting it. I don't know, but it works fine, so I'm not going to mess with it. All right, so where are my width caps? At least I can getting something accomplished today. Now, sometimes the B plus cap will have some voltage in it. You just take a screwdriver or form a metal and touch the two. I didn't get any spark or anything, but okay, so gotta wait for that to heat up. And I think maybe I'm gonna look and see. I don't know that I have a tube for this one. God, I got shit tangled everywhere. This one, I don't know that I have a tube for it. I do have a new width coil. This board is completely blown out. But I think this just needs a width coil, voltage regulator. We got to put the ceramic resistor on it. I have one floating around here somewhere. And then we got to put that ceramic resistor on it. Diode right here, D5. And if we can do all that, oh, and we need a width cap. It's completely missing. And the big green cap is completely missing. Thought I saved that. Hopefully I have it, because if I don't have it, then I cannot finish this right now. But I don't even know if I have a tube for it. I have to look. So this is going to have this fat width cap on it, which is a, I think I'd remember, a 474 maybe? No, a 394. So it has a 394. So we're going to go down to I don't know if we should do a 274 or a 224. It's not that bad. I'm going to go 274. Even if it doesn't go completely edge to edge, I'm all right with it. So we're going to go 274. This is a 224. 104, it'd be way too big. Another 224. .564, that'd be tiny. .274. If it's still narrow, too narrow, we'll find that later. If it's still too narrow, I'll go down one more size, but I think this should probably be fine. Yep, 394. Some upside down side. I've got a mess. Big old mess. You can't solder upside down. Turn this off so I don't burn myself. Cut my legs. I'm not going to discharge the tube again. I'm just going to be careful. Where's my screwdriver at? I'm going to have another burn-free monitor. Okay, let's power it up. See what we get here. Damn it, should have went down one more size. And my green is gone again. No, my green's there. Shit. Now we gotta go down one more size. Should have went with my gut instinct, but I was like, it's not that bad. Now, you want to make sure you discharge it. I know we're not taking the chassis off, but probably better to be safe than sorry, because there's going to be some sort of energy somewhere. I'm just holding the wire on there, but my hand is not by the metal. So now I need to go down one more size. I don't want to go to the smallest one because that's going to be too much. Round 2. Should have left the soldering gun on. Good news is that cap I just put in there, I left it up a little high, so I can still reuse it. It's not like I shoved it all the way down. So that was a 274. So we're going to go down to a 22 something. We're going to go down to a 224. Now I have one right here, a 224, but it's 630 volts. And I don't think it matters for this, but I don't want to waste it because what happens if I need one that's that voltage? Might have to grab another kit. I think I have one more kit. It's a 104. It's a 154. You know what? I have two of them that are 224, 630. I don't think it matters. It's probably the one I dropped on the floor that I haven't picked up yet. That God knows where it went. Literally. No idea where it's at. Where the hell's the thing at? There we go. Oh, did I just desolder the wrong thing? Yes, I did. I was wondering why the desolder gun tip didn't want to fit over that. I'll have to just put solder back on it. This is probably not super exciting, but gotta get stuff done. Solder that one back that I did by mistake. All right. You know what? While I'm under here, I'll check that with cap, with coil. It's soldered. Just seems a little wiggly. Probably the plastic's probably broke. All right. Yep, that's wide enough for me. It's not to be completely to the edge. Everything actually looks good. I don't even know if I need to really do any more adjustments, to be honest with you. And that looks awesome. Looks like it's centered pretty good. I could go down one more cap size and it would come all the way to the very edge. Should I just do it? I guess I probably should. Can't leave well enough alone. Didn't think I was gonna have to go down that far, but you know, this coil doesn't want to move and it's starting to bust up, so, and it's wiggly, and I really don't feel like breaking it the rest of the way, so we're just gonna have to go down to another cap size. Sucks. I have 2 more cap size I can go down, and I just broke my wire. Shit. Sorry. I'm gonna pause this, fix this guy, and go down to another smaller width cap, and then I'll come back. All right, take 3. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I don't think you get any better than that. Let's just go side to side to see if there's any extra. So there's the edge of the screen. Let's move it that way. No, that's like perfect. Doesn't get any better than that screen size. Colors and everything are good. So I am very happy with that. Tiny bit of green right there, but that's no big deal. A little bit of a degauss issue, but I'm not going to worry about it today. So that's another one, guys. Another awesome K7000 on a newer style CRT, late 90s, early 2000s tube. I'm going to go see if I have any other tubes or not. Okay, I do have another tube. Let's see if we can't fix this chassis that's completely screwed up. This has been running for about 15 minutes now. This is the part I was looking for. So I did save it. So that's got to go back on there. We got a lot of parts to put on this thing. This has got to go back on there. This guy right here. I don't know if this is the right one or not. I have to check the size here. This is a 3.3 ohm. I don't know if this is the right one. This might be a 4600 one, which is not a big deal. I should have the other one around here somewhere. So I'm going to get this off, and we'll get that chassis up here and see if we can't fix that big blowout in it, stiffen it up, and make it work. So I'm just going to go ahead and unplug my game elf for now. And let me get set up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I gathered up all the parts. So these 3 are not correct. This one's a 180. And I need a 220, which is this one right here. Yep, reading 214. All right. So the first thing I need to do is let's put in the voltage regulator. It already has the plastic on there. I gotta find some hardware. Just missing a nut, which I think I have right in here. Maybe. Can't grab it. Okay. This guy, look at that. It's blown out. I've never saw one blown out like that. But we got to change that. I got 2 new ones. Hardest thing's going to be is that width coil. I have another 7-pin tube. We got to check the yoke readings. I'll have to count how many fully working monitors I have now. More than I need, I think, by far. Let's solder that in so we don't forget. Oh, you know what? It's probably not going to give me the right reading right now because I'm missing components. So next, let's put the this guy back in. I don't know why I had this out. I don't know what the reason was for that. But I can tell that this is going to be a pain in the ass to put back in. Kind of looks like a pig. I feel like a dentist. You really should be flossing better. Might have gotten it. Got it. Get that soldered in. Okay, let's get this width cap out of here. What's left of it. Looks like something else is missing here too. Maybe, oh, R98. R98 is missing. I'm gonna have to see what size resistor that is. So this is what's left of the width coil. It is burned up. We're missing R98. Luckily, 3 of these holes are here, so hopefully I can line this up proper. Okay. So we need to connect these two to that one, because those are all supposed to be connected. Guess we can use a capacitor leg. Nice to have a little fatter one. Might just steal a capacitor leg here. $22,016. I don't use these a lot. Cut part of the leg off of one of them. And then we have to jump from here to here. It's actually pretty stiff. All right, so I need to find an R98. I need to figure out what size that is. We have to put that diode in, which we can do that now. Now the diode, they only go one direction, so you got to make sure you put them in right. The black line is labeled on the PCB. It'll have a black stripe. Can't just put any size diode in here. The part number on this one is D1000. Came from Arcade Parts and Repair. Okay. Let's move on to this guy here. And this is a got weird numbers on it. 7 watt, 2.7 ohm. I ordered them for this, so hopefully we can get this into this metal housing. I'm gonna have to pry this apart. See if I could jam myself with the screwdriver. Yeah, this thing is fried. 2 pieces. Got to unsolder that. Kind of hoping I could suck some of this up. Not really. Oh, you know what? There's a strap of metal. Looks like it's slid behind a strap of metal. Slide out of there, you piece of crap. This is going to burn. Well, it didn't burn. Okay, now this goes in one way. The lead goes through the center. Then you have 3 prongs. Might have to heat up a little. Okay, so what do we have left? Just the resistor? I think so. So I need to figure out what R98 is. Let's test this real quick here. .63. Checking the diodes here. 5.53. 5.57. Just making sure these are all good real quick. Yep. Those are all good. And this is reading 15.6. Settle down at 15.6. All right, so that's good. Let me check this guy. Probably have to get it from the bottom. .93, and it should be it's 3.9, so that's good. We got to put that ceramic thing on too, ceramic resistor up here too. Need a couple wires. I got to figure out where the wires go. I must have took them completely off the board. So we got a resistor there, and then we have a red and blue wire, I believe, which I'll just have to look up on one of my other ones. That's not a big deal. So I recommend, if you have a bunch of a certain kind of monitor that you order at least duplicates of all the parts, because then if you have a failure, you have an extra part. Might need a diode between this ceramic resistor, or not a diode, but a resistor. I gotta look at that too. Don't know how critical that is. I think I've seen it both ways. I think I've seen some that don't have it. All right, so now I got to figure out where the red and blue wires go off of here. I know they go right around here somewhere. I think I see one. I think it's right here. And, oh, we got to put C38 in. Almost forgot that. With cap. Let's just go ahead and put a smaller one in than what originally came with, because we know damn well I'm going to have to freaking change it anyways. Seems to be the common thing around here. I'm going to put a 154 in. And watch, it'll be too big and I'll have to freaking change it. Because for some reason, these TV tubes seem to all need this width cap changed. Doesn't that one want to open? All right, let me go figure out resistor. Okay, so R98 is supposed to be a 2.2K 1 watt resistor. I believe this is a 2.2K. It's metering 2.1, so it should be a 2.2. I'm hoping it's close enough. So I'm going to put that in here, and it is a 1 watt resistor. I'm going to put that in there, and then I think we're ready to hook this up and see if it works. I have no idea if it works or not. Do need a screw in here. This has an original flyback on it. I don't really see any cracking, which is good. Somebody had said a while back that a little bit of cracking over in this area doesn't really matter, as long as it's not, you know, in these areas back here, which could very well be true. You know, this is only the area where everything goes, but there's no crack by the focus or anything, so I'm hoping this is fine. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I do have another flyback I could change, but so, oh shoot, I need to get these wires. So I got to do these wires and that resistor. So I got to go look. These ones I couldn't figure out what these ones were. This is a 1 watt. Oh, this is a 6.2. That's too big. Okay. That R98 has something to do with the width coil. Maybe it's the width of your screen. So I think if it's close, it should be fine. But all right, let me figure out where the blue and red wires go. Let that solder gun heat back up, and then I'll be right back. Okay. So my red one goes right over here by R98, and the blue one goes behind R96. Okay, I got that one through. Darn it. Okay, now on all the chassis, the blue is all the way over here. It's the longer one. And I'm wondering if R98 was out of this chassis, not by me. Because it has to do with the width coil, I believe, that I wonder if it was blown or whatever because of that width coil. It was all melted. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Okay, those are on. All right, so that should be everything. I don't see anything else that's not done. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, boy. This guy right here. And I don't know if this is the right one or if it's good. Actually, no, it is the right one, but I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know why it was. I took this out, but I don't remember why. Maybe I tested it on a different one or something. I'm not sure. We can try putting it back in. I think I have a new one. I thought I did. The question is where is it? Oh, maybe these are them. Is this it? Come on out. One 1378. Yep. Okay, so we'll put a new one in. I'm going to save this other one because for some reason in my head, I don't think that's bad. I almost missed this one. So now I think everything is done. I better look it over. Little thermal paste on here. It looks like the plastic is on there. Use this old plug here. Cover up all the metal. I gotta find screws for that one. I'm gonna have to rob 2 more screws out of this. All these little ass parts. God, it's impossible. Now, this has not had a cap kit. All the capacitors on this one actually look good. They're not swelled up or anything, but that doesn't mean they're not bad. I don't even know if the flyback's good yet. I never even checked this thing because of the width coil was all screwed up. When I bought it off of eBay, I paid like 40 bucks for it, and I never even paid attention. It was in the picture, and I didn't even look at it. Didn't even notice it. After this, we can go get the tube. Probably going to have to make some connectors too, which I could show you how to do that, how I did it on the other one that I wasn't recording. It's going to be a long video, but hopefully we get this thing to work. That would be sweet. All right, I'm going to go grab the tube. This one I actually might not need to make a plug. I have this plug. And it works. I am going to have to make a degauss one. I cut this short because this plug, it's useless. It only works on the chassis for the TVs. I want to try these. I only have a torch down here. I don't have a heat gun. We can give it a shot. It's just, they're kind of hard to melt. You really need a like a torch or something that has like a thing that goes all the way around it. A tip. Where is my torch? Is it out? Might be out in the arcade. All right, now I gotta go grab that. Thought I had it in here. My kitten brought me a present. A 1 foot long worm from outside. It's on the floor in the basement, so now I gotta clean that up. It's dead. It was nice of her. Maybe she thought I was going to eat it. So, you know, if you're going to use this and you don't really have the proper way of heating it, make sure you keep your torch moving. Don't just keep it in one spot. Try to keep it moving around, because that's going to help make the solder go all the way around the wire. All right. Now this is too short. I'm just going to leave it zip tied. We'll extend it. We'll just use red wire again. This monitor frame was a 4900 frame. I just got another frame in the mail. I bought it for 30 bucks. It's, I don't remember what kind of frame it was. But I have another tube floating around, 9-pin, that does not have a frame for it. So now I got a frame. I hope this thing works. Now I need some pins. 2 female pins. These are 0.093. Okay. There's some black shrink tube here. Grab too small a one. Yep. Next size up. Here it is. Now we got to put some feet on the bottom of this. Metal tab in the way. There we go. Just beat the hell out of it. Oh. Can only put 3 legs on these because of this B plus cap is too big for the screw to pass by it. And I need to find some self-tapping screws or something. Don't know that I have any in the house. Every once in a while you'll get one of these feet and it doesn't want to screw in. Like plastic gets stuck in the threads. Curious if that resistor I put in there is going to work too. I didn't even know it was missing, or I would have ordered it when I ordered all the other parts. Looking down here by the flyback to make sure those resistors are all in, and it does look like they are. Chips are in. I don't think I see anything else missing. I have to make a oh, I gotta cut that end off that ground wire for the neck. Probably just have to carefully set this in here for now. You can see those D-Gauss wires are nice tight fit on here. Okay, so our neck board's hooked up. Did I put this tube on the wrong side? Probably. Probably. I don't really like these anode cups that have that metal washer that goes around the two. It's nice because it's a tight fit, but it's just getting it to that point. Should I hide when I turn it on? Don't know what's going to happen, guys. We're going to see if we have voltage at that ceramic resistor. Why is that thing humming so loud? 13 volts. That seems sufficient. What the hell? 13 volts. Why? And no high voltage, obviously, because we only have 13 volts. So what is going on here? Ooh, that's hot. That guy is hot as can be. Why? What does that mean? That thing is screaming hot. So that makes me wonder, like, is something shorted out here? Once again, you know what? I never checked the hot that I'm aware of. Which I don't think that would cause that. Well, the hot shorted. Would that make that thing get hot like that? I don't know. So, I gotta change the hot. I don't like that got that hot. I mean, you saw the old one, guys. It was melted, but why? Like, what happened to this chassis to cause that width coil to burn up like that and stuff? Because everything looks fine. I mean, could the flyback be bad? If the hot's bad, the flyback's probably bad. Let's just change the flyback. You know, I have one. Just because, I don't know. I mean, if the hot's bad, but the fuse is okay, I would think that the flyback is bad. That'd be my guess. Now I gotta find the fat tip. I mean, I just hate to put a hot in there and it blow right out. You know what I mean? So I know we have 0 high voltage. 12 volts is not going to make anything. Dude, that thing is still hot. I don't understand that. know what else I never checked is my yoke wires. I mean, it should be all right. It's in the range on the blue and the red. Yeah. I mean, we're right there. We're right at the edge, but we're there. These flybacks aren't too bad. I think they're 30 bucks. My last one. I only have Sanyo, 2 Sanyos, Easy 20s. I have a 2 4900s and a Geo7 and a used Geo7. I have to get another couple of the K7000s. I like to keep them because I have so many of these chassis that it's good to have them. I mean, this is the original flyback. It is white knob. That looks funky in there. Like somebody has been in there and resoldered that for some reason. Maybe this is a flyback off of another K7000 that they stuck on here. I don't know. Now when you put the new flyback in, that screw does not go back in there because the new flyback is a different design than the other one. I'm going to say that's maybe a possibility of it arcing out of here, or that was from the... No, that wouldn't be from the width coil. It's too far away. Can't tell if this is dirt or like from arcing. Don't know. I mean, maybe I blew the hot out when I first turned it on. But we need to change that out. Now these things are always a challenge because you just don't know what's been done to it, what's wrong with it, why it was the way it was. I have no clue. What's going on here? These things usually go right in. Apparently today is just going to be difficult. hell is going on? No, the pins are bent. Got a broken pad. Not all the way broken, but it's loose. Yeah. $13.98. Now I have 2 left. Okay. What am I doing here? Oh, I knew I had it right the first time. Looking at the wrong hole. The middle leg goes to the back. Come on. Pad right here is loose. So what I'm going to do is, because it's connected to these other ones, put a lot of solder right there. That one I accidentally desoldered. Okay. All right. Give me a second here. All right, well, let's put it back in, see what happens. Be real cautious if it starts getting hot. You know what? Oh, I just changed the flyback, dummy. I'm looking at it, I'm like, why is the flyback not hooked up to the neck? Yeah, that would have sucked. That'd have been interesting. That's hooked up. Now I need to make another plug end for the neck wire. For this guy right here. I always double crimp these. A little too small. Or too big. better, but needs a little bit more. There we go. All right, we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, I heard high voltage. $125.8. That doesn't seem to be hot, that ceramic resistor, because before it got hot fast. I got to be careful this chassis doesn't slide off. Because if that happens, probably will not be good. Okay, just have to be careful with it. Let's see if it actually will fire up or not. No idea. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that screen. Ouch, as I trip. I'm not seeing anything. But new flyback. Nothing. Still have a problem. Got static. But no picture. Make sure I still have 100 and... Yeah, 125. But no picture. Why? Okay, the ceramic resistor is not hot. So that's a good sign. But we've got no picture. I don't know what that could be. Let me think here. I've replaced... It's funny, these new flybacks, they don't move much as far as the dials. I don't know if there's neck glow. I don't think there's neck glow. Let me pause this for a minute. Well, let's pull the chassis back off and do a little bit of troubleshooting. I mean, it's 125 at the ceramic resistor, so that's good. Let's see if we have, well, probably not going to make a noise or anything because it's been off for a couple minutes now. That was loud. And no, I have not given up on the digital meter. I just honestly still have not had a bunch of time to play with. I think I have it figured out, though, for the most part. Basically, it auto finds the first three, and then anything else you just have to hit select it, just like you do with this, rather than having a dial you push on it. Okay, so 5.29. I'm sorry, 0.750. Okay, that's not shorted. Let's check this guy because it got so hot. Can I test it like that? I think so. Or do I have to test it on the other side? I forget. Oops. Damn it. .34. Forget what size it's supposed to be. Remember, those new ones didn't have 2.7, so I'd imagine that's fine. Make sure these diodes are okay. Those are okay. Those are okay. Let's check this. See, that should be around 15 something. $15.8. This should be 3.9. $3.93. Check the hot again. The hot is fine. I don't like the fact that that's hanging down as far as it does. That big thing I called a look like a pig earlier, I believe you check it by crossing over. Now, I don't know if that goes in a certain way or not. Could I have put it in backwards? Is that a possibility? I don't know. I don't like... I don't know. I don't know if there is a right or a wrong on that. Could it need a cap kit? I don't know. You would think you'd still get something on the screen. You really would think so. Looks like I'm missing something right here. I am. There's a pot that's supposed to go there. Okay. To figure out what size pot that is. VR5. I think that's a 5, maybe VR9. VR9 is missing. So let me see if I can look that up and figure out what that is, because that clearly is probably the problem, I would think. Luckily, nothing's blown out, so I'm thinking that pot missing is the problem. Hopefully, fingers crossed. All right, I'm going to end this video right now. I don't have a potentiometer, and I tried one, but the chassis is in high voltage shutdown now, so I don't know what it is yet. The voltage regulator is fine. The ceramic resistor up here is fine. They're both reading fine. Everything seems to be reading fine. Could it be a cap? Now, I noticed this big capacitor right here behind the flyback. It is swelled up, the top of it. So, I need to order a potentiometer, a kit, which I only need that. Arcade Parts and Repair, I believe, has that. I am going to order some more 2.2K resistors, 1 watt, just to make sure, because I believe what I put in there is correct. But if I have to order parts, I might as well order it. I'm probably going to order another flyback or two, so I have them on the shelf. This is close. I think I can get it. But obviously I have to have all the components on the board first. You know, that pot missing, I don't think it would put it in high voltage shutdown, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe. But I probably should just replace the capacitors and order another kit. That's my last kit. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. What do we have here? I might have a potentiometer kit here. Haha. Okay, so the problem is not all of these chassis have that 50 to 60 hertz potentiometer right there. Just some of them do. Now on this one, I don't think this is it. This is contrast, black level, vertical position. Yeah, this isn't right. I wonder if this is for a, oh, this is for a P802 or a P632. So that's definitely not going to help me out. It's for remote adjustment PCB. So this is for the remote board, which I don't know what the part number is off the top of my head on that. But that's not going to help me on that. But I'm just looking here on my little rack here of everything I have hung up. I thought these were them when I saw it because it said K7000. Got excited. Stick that back on the K7000 part. What do we have here? G07 pot kit. Cap kit, G07. Those are all G07s, pot kit and everything. Another G07 pot kit. Apparently I have a lot of those for some reason. What's this? Another G07 horizontal kit, horizontal pot kit. Yeah, I don't have anything. I'm just gonna have to order some parts again, but it is what it is, you know. It's just the name of the game. As I break the neck of the monitor with my t-shirt. But yeah, if we can get this one going, I literally only have like 1 or 2 more tubes laying around that I actually have a yoke. I don't know where it is. I actually have a yoke that is labeled K7000 9-pin. So, I don't know why it's labeled like that. I don't know where the hell it came from. But if I can find a K7000 9-pin neck board, I could put another tube together and monitor. But yeah, I'm down to, after I get this one working, I have a tube out in the shop that needs to go onto the frame that just came in the mail. And then I think I have one more tube that needs a frame. And I might have a frame for that one as well. So yeah, I'm getting down to the end, but if I can find a yoke for a 4900, I probably have a 4900 chassis or two that I could use. But all right, guys, I'm gonna end this video. We're probably gonna start working on Tempest cabinet this weekend because I'm running out of stuff to do. I don't have parts. Without parts, I can't do much, guys, unfortunately. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow. So you guys have a good night. Let me know what you think. If anybody knows about these, could that pot be missing cause it to go into high voltage shutdown? Could a capacitor cause it to go in high voltage shutdown? I don't know which capacitor it would be. I'd have to look up the P447, because I think on the 25-inch monitor it's like 41 and 69 or something like that, if I remember correctly. But I'm sure there's a capacitor or two on here. I wonder if it's the two by the flyback right here, which would make sense. That one is definitely bulged in the center. So, all right, guys, you have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.